I've talked about the MRCV, I've talked about the LMV, I've talked about the Endurance class, and I've talked about the Invincible class twice. By now, I have already discussed almost all of the Republic of Singapore Navy's major warships. However, I haven't discussed Singapore's core warship yet. With the Victory class launching ceremony just happening last week, I think it's the right time to talk about the Formidable class frigate, the warship that changed Singapore from a gunboat force to a blue water power. The Formidable class is the Republic of Singapore Navy's multi-role frigate designed for anti-air, anti-surface, and anti-submarine warfare missions. She was introduced to replace the aging Seawolf class missile gunboat that had been in service since the 70s. In the mid-90s, under the Project Delta program, the Navy planned to acquire 6 frigates, with France, Sweden, and the US participating in the bid. In 2000, Singapore's MOD awarded DCNS, now Naval Group, the contract for the design and construction of 6 frigates with a key arrangement on technology transfer. Under this agreement, Naval Group was to design and build the first frigate in France, while the remaining 5 were to be built locally in Singapore. The ship is based on the French Navy's Lafayette-class frigate, but heavily customized for Singapore's regional operational needs. Similar to the Lafayette, the Formidable features a stealth design, reduced infrared and acoustic signature, as well as a modular combat system. The first of the class, RSS Formidable, was launched in 2004 and commissioned in 2007, while the last ship, RSS Supreme, was launched in 2006 and commissioned in 2009. The Formidable class forms the core of Singapore's naval strike capability, operating alongside the Independence class LMV and soon with the Victory class MRCV. By that time, I guess the Victory class will be the core, while the Formidable class will act as an escort. In 2023, Singapore's MINDEF announced plans to modernize the Formidable class, which includes combat systems, sensors, and possibly an armaments upgrade. The Formidable class is 114.8 meter long and 16.3 meter wide, has a draft of 6 meter and a displacement of 3,200 tons full load. Powered by 4 MTU engines in Kodat arrangement, she has a speed of up to 27 knots, a range of 4,000 nautical miles, and an endurance of 21 days. The Formidable class has an accommodation for 71 sailors plus 19 more for air crew and has a flight deck and hangar for up to 2 medium-sized helicopters. She is fitted with an Otto Melara 76mm Super Rapid, 2 25mm Typhoon cannons, 8 Harpoon missiles, which if necessary can be expanded to 24, 16 cells Silver A43 for Aster 15, and 16 cells Silver A50 for Aster 15 and 30, as well as 2 triple torpedo launchers for the A244 torpedo. I'm gonna say it right now. I think the Formidable class is probably the most well-armed warship of this category. And with the upcoming upgrade, which I believe includes the Blue Spear, Formidable will unlock its new potential, particularly a land attack capability. The Formidable class is equipped with Heracles multifunction PESA radar, providing 360-degree automatic search and tracking for both air and surface, Thales fire control radar, thermoscanter navigation radar, as well as EDO towed array sonar, and dipping sonar from the S-70 helicopter organic to the ship. On top of that, she is equipped with a locally developed CMS, which enables her to act as the Navy's mobile operation centers at sea under the Armed Forces Integrated Knowledge-Based Command and Control Network. In the 70s and 80s, the Republic of Singapore Navy was a modest coastal defense force. It has a decent fleet of missile gunboats, patrol craft, and landing ships that form the backbone of Singapore's maritime defense. The Seawolf-class missile gunboats in particular were revolutionary at that time. It was small, but it packed a lethal punch with a 57mm gun and anti-ship missiles. This was one of the first Southeast Asian warships to be armed with such weapons. For that time, the gunboats were enough to provide a credible deterrent and defend Singapore's narrow territorial waters. But as the threat became global, Singapore's economy expanded and its port became more important than ever. Naturally, Singapore's strategic interests also stretched beyond coastal waters. Moreover, technology has advanced quickly and so have the threats. Therefore, the need for a modern warship that could operate far beyond home waters and answer these threats emerged. The Formidable class was built for 21st century naval warfare. She is well armed, highly advanced, can operate farther and longer, and most importantly, interconnected. This allows the Navy to not only defend Singapore's territorial waters, but also give it the ability to project power far into the open oceans, making Singapore no longer confined to its doorstep. And the Formidable is not just barb, she can also bite, and she bites really, really hard. As we learned today, the weapons she carry are immense. 32 VLS for Aster 15 and 30 and up to 24 anti-ship missiles is something unheard of today being put on a warship that size. This makes the Formidable more than capable of sustaining high-end operations. For comparison, let's take a look at other modern frigates with similar displacement, the Korean Incheon class and the Turkish Istif class, and see what kind of weapons they can carry and how many. As we can see, the Formidable easily outclasses them in many aspects. This actually makes me worry if buying the Istif class is a good decision for Indonesia. 2 decades on, the Formidable class remains at the core of Singapore's fleet and is still one of the most capable warships in the region. Whether patrolling Singapore's EEZ and sea lines of communications, conducting counter-piracy missions, participating in complex multilateral exercises, or involved in a high-end conflict, the Formidable class is more than ready. She is not just a replacement for aging vessels. She is a symbol of Singapore leap from a gunboat force into a credible blue water maritime power. The Formidable is undeniably formidable. What do you think of the Formidable class? Are you amazed by her capability? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching everyone. I'll see you in the next one.